What's up, Raiders? Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnaz.
And today I'll be going over the NECA Godzilla against Mothra. I don't know if I ever really heard the against term. Godzilla versus Mothra, Godzilla versus Thing, Godzilla 1964 figure.
This should be my review. Why are you sitting in a chair, Steve?
Because I'm needy and it's new. And you get to take this home. This one's actually not mine. This one's yours. You actually bought this with your own money for once.
Right?
Anyways, mine, I'm still waiting for it to show up. Which is odd, because NECA sent us a burning, but they didn't send us this. I forgot we just got them both in the same box.
Maybe they did. It just hasn't came in yet. It's going to be hilarious.
Oh, that'd be it too. Like, we get this video done, and I'm like, oh, crap, I gotta do another bridge review. But, anyways, again, what this figure clearly is from, which...
Oh, God. This box.
Yeah, this box is actually pretty freaking sweet.
He's just right there in the beginning, caught my eye. He's just spitting in Mothra's face right there. Look at that.
I also like that it's weird because it's the 62 here.
Right?
Spoiler alert, it's not that suit. But I'm not even sure. Well, I guess we'll just start going over his prison here. I'm actually pretty excited about this. This is a new mold. Well, sort of new. Like, we already have a monster arts of this. So
it's hideous.
Isn't this your favorite suit?
That's why I love it.
But yeah, the back of the package, you just get to see him in a couple little poses. Tells you a little bit about the movie on the bottom. Get a bunch of shots of the poster. Inside, I like that you have the shot of the figure here, but right here you have the larva.
Realism
from the movie. It's odd, right? It's a little odd, but I like how you have Godzilla right there.
There's Mothra on top.
Oh yeah, there's Mothra on top, isn't there? But though, I guess the one thing is I like this presentation because it kind of conveys the movie a little bit, even though like these weren't ever around at the same time.
Right.
But the way Godzilla's in the box, I don't think it doesn't really work.
I seen he has a beam. I was like, no way.
Does come with a beam. I do like too that they've been giving us beams with the new Godzillas lately. And it almost looks like a new one. Do I still have 62 down here? We can check that. We'll definitely look over that in a little bit. And on the bottom package, there's some legal mumbo jumbo. All right, we'll have to get them open, but we do have 62. See, look right there, man. Good to go. Why isn't he in the package, NECA? But anyways.
I would be so pissed for 62 in there in a 64 box.
That would be amazing. But anyways, let's get this guy opened up out of his cardboard prison. Alright, so now that we got him opened up out of his cardboard prison and like going to town with a hairdryer on him. God, I wish we were doing a boxing video because we got this out of the box. His leg literally just was like it wasn't
off.
It didn't even fell off. It wasn't even in. Yeah, it wasn't even in to begin. It was just him and a leg just chilling. So he comes with the leg as an accessory. Also, the tail you'll have to attach. Hairdryer was really easy though. I just heat it up a little bit, right back in there. Also comes with this breath effect,
which is different.
Yeah, here is the one for the 1962. Here is the one for the 64. As you can see, the 64 one, it's about the same size, but you got that little peg on the end. Then the bloom is a little bit more on the smaller side, which I kind of like.
The 62 one actually looks like the fire extinguisher. This one more looks like a Kamehameha.
Yeah, just a bit. Just like, oh, yeah, like looking at it from the side, it's got a little bit more of a smoke kind of effect to it. But I kind of like that it's like a little more streamlined because especially with some of the later Showas, I want a 68, but I want the beam to be bending.
Oh.
Right? I want like next level. Like make it look like the movie would be sweet.
That would be terrifyingly horrible.
I'm trying to see because it looks like it should go in probably like so. Yeah, so there you go. Godzilla with the atomic breath. Because I don't think I was gonna say it could be like it goes over top of the ton.
Then it would stick up high though, wouldn't it?
Oh, I guess it kind of goes in like that, doesn't it?
Huh.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, this is probably the roof of the mouth right there.
Yeah, you're Steve.
The way that sits. Because that looks more straight. I don't know, like, the way I had it originally felt like that just, like, sat in there so good, though. Like, it's like, that ain't going anywhere. And I don't see any of it hiding. But you can kind of fit this both ways, though. Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, it has to be this way because of the way the bloom is on the top.
Yeah.
But depending on how you want it, you got options nonetheless. For a closer look at 64's details, head sculpt is pretty nice.
I like his bushy brows. He reminds me of
he looks like he
Guy
hasn't
Sensei.
slept in days.
He reminds me of Guy Sensei. Just a darker version of like life is depressing.
Right? But no, like you see like the black around his eyes and stuff. Looks like he works on the night shift.
Hey.
Right?
What a coinkydinky.
But he's got some giant eyebrows just like you'd see in the movie. The front of the face has that nice kind of bulldog expression like I like on them. I kind of wish you could like jiggle the figure and the jowls would move though. Side of the head works too. Only thing is like the way they painted the eyes for Godzilla, it always looks like he's looking up though. So for the most part, if you want him looking like straight ahead, you always kind of have to have him at like
head down.
a little bit of a downward angle, which I think it works. Like the way the dorsal spines are, you kind of want it a little bit, but I guess you could move the neck, and then that's kind of the pose
He has
that
a
they're going
posture
for.
issue right now.
The only thing I find sort of weird is this like little cheek thing going on.
You know, I was gonna mention that. Doesn't it look like that in a movie?
To be honest, I'd have to look at it a little bit more hardcore because the box has 62 on it.
62, do you have a jaw like that? No, yours just kind of rips off right there.
Yeah, it's not really connected. Because I like that they have the joint inside the figure.
And not outside like the 62.
Or just like, well, no, it goes like inside too.
No,
It's just-
I'm talking about like, look at this. Like you can
Well, I
see
mean,
it.
there's a gap, but where the joint is, it's inside the mouth. It's not a hinged joint, kind of like GMK.
Gotcha.
Like, this looks natural. But the way the cheek's set up, I don't know
You got chubby cheeks.
where like the mouth line's supposed to be at originally. Like, he still looks pretty good with his mouth open, but I kind of think I like it closed better.
Yeah, he's gonna have something in his mouth the whole time any damn way, right?
Giggity. Actually, to be honest, if I had mine, I'd probably just have him just standing on the shelf. Then again, since we already did this video, if I get mine, it's probably staying in the box, to be fair.
So we'll just switch. When you buy, you'll give me the one in the box, and you keep this one. See, problem solved.
But mine might not
Box
have the problem with the...
solved.
Anyways, moving down the rest of the kaiju here, you get the wrinkling effect of the suit like you do see in the film, which is very traditional Godzilla. Front of the chest has a little bit of a different texture pattern going on, but you do get that little bulge in between the pecs there that comes down the stomach.
There's no bulge there. He's just fat.
Right? You don't think he lifts a little bit?
No.
Not even a little? Like, he's got a little bit of definition around there.
Only lifts he did was the two Mothra. God, I can't think of their names.
Larva?
Yeah, the larvas, and he used them as the dumbbells.
It could have worked. You could have maybe like held onto their tails with like the rope thing.
Oh, jump rope.
Yeah. But one thing I really like about this figure is for a lot of the detailing, it's very hard edge. Like as you can see here, like the detailing definitely goes into the mold a little bit. Which I really like. It actually kind of gives them more of a Monster Arts feel when you're holding onto them, more so than I feel like most of any of the other NECAs. Because grabbing like 62 here, like it also has like mostly the same thing going on, but it's just like
It's more predominant on the 64.
yeah, it's just to me it feels like it's a harder texturing, while this feels a lot more rounded.
You can tell that the 64 has a new mold, definitely.
Well, of course. Although it does kind of have like the same kind of shape going on as the 84 did. Which
84 here, Steve, for comparison?
I may or may not have sold that one off.
You're Steve.
Because it wasn't very good looking.
Did you see the burning one? I sent you the box of it. The box looks amazing.
The Monster Arts, you mean?
No, yeah, the Godzilla versus Destroyer.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to grab it, but it's, again, like, they didn't change the figure, so the figure's, like, It's okay.
Box is amazing.
But I like monsters. But the box is amazing, just like this one's.
Yeah.
But like I said, the detailing for me feels a little bit, especially like around the tail here, it's just so like hard edged that like he has like the heft of a NECA, but the feel of a Monster Art, which is something I could definitely get behind. Same with the dorsal spines here, look nice too. Got a little bit of gray paint over top of the outer rim of the spines. So a little bit of whites here and there too. Like it's definitely a lot brighter on the rear region of the spines.
I definitely gotta say, not just because it's my favorite, one of my favorite suits. This is probably one of my favorite NECA Godzilla figures.
I think there is a couple, like one or two issues I got with this, which is like it's a like nothing's gonna be perfect. I feel, but I think like the coloring here looks very nice, especially compared to the movie. While with like the 62 had like that green hue, which wasn't quite right. But next, like if you have a Monster Arts him next to them on the shelves, they have a lot of differences, so it makes them. It gives you more of a reason to have both. Well, this one, I almost feel like this one could almost replace the Monster Arts for you, because in terms of the color variety, and this one I feel like would be like a nice little collectible wars video, because I feel like there's a lot more argument here.
Yeah. Just the feel alone of the figure is different.
Right. It's mainly like the head is pretty good. I don't think it's quite right.
It's the jaw that kind of gets me.
It's like the cheeks here.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's a little bit too much.
I like him chubby. He's okay.
He's got chubby cheeks, but then again, like the 64 definitely had a little bit more of that pudge going on at the top of the face. The legs are definitely on the lean side though.
I don't remember them being that small-ish, but then we always complain that he has fat legs. Like, look at that. Jesus
But
Christ.
that's how it was in the movie. But like the 64 suit, from what I can recall, was definitely a little bit slimmer. So that definitely looks good. And then you got like the suit foldings.
He went on a 2-year diet.
Here, so you got a little bit of like that sagging skin like you would have saw on the suit, which I think is kind of cool, with them trying to replicate the suit more than being more stylized, which is kind of what the Monster Arts usually go for. You do have his 3 toes in the bottom with painted toenails. Same with the hands. Got the 4 claws. I like too that the hinge is actually mostly hidden in the hand, so you can see it right there. But when you're bending it,
you can't.
Yeah, it's not as quite as noticeable as on some of the other Monster Arts, which is cool to see. Although I kind of wish I still almost wish you just got extra hands, because it'd be kind of cool to have like Godzilla with fist. I want Godzilla to punch things.
Like 2014 Godzilla with fist, because he was more of a brawler, but not.
Yeah, he like smack things. Like the only one that probably legitly needs fist is like a 2004.
Yeah,
because that's literally just a Power Rangers movie. And Godzilla's just punching things on the ground. Well, this one was just like a lot of scratching, for the most part, scratching and beams.
Fire extinguisher.
But yeah, but I feel like where the figure is a little weird is like the leg region and the tail. Like he's very slender to me.
Yeah.
Especially for the front. Like the front profile looks slightly off, but not enough to where I'm like, with the figure.
To me, he looks fine.
Yeah, he just looks tall. Maybe it's like tall.
He's definitely tall. Looks tall, like, because of the slender legs.
Well, it's the slender legs and the way the leg joint is. Like he's like, it's definitely he's got some legs showing. Like he's got like a Stacy Keibler thing going on. Like this Kaiju's all legs all the time.
Please do Hurricane to my face right now.
But tail's nice too. I do like that they've gone with the longer tails here, and we don't get the bendy tails anymore.
Yeah.
And the nice thing too is this actually holds its pose really nice, which kind of helps, I think, with the stiff joints. But
you can do
for the most part,
ones and everything.
Yeah, like I think for an accessory, he should have had a larva that you could have attached to his tail.
You know, I would have paid extra $5 for a larva. Like,
would have been cool. I'm not sure on the rights. Like they were saying that they were getting more kaijus to do, and they have to have the license to Mothra because they did the 2019 one.
Yeah.
So
a larva's different.
Well, it's a different Mothra. but
Still
it's still
different.
Mothra.
But it's still different,
It's still
though.
the same trademark, though.
That's why we
right?
didn't get like the egg stand instead of the volcano stand for the 2019.
Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it for the detailing. You get some peg holes in the bottom, so if you're having
Stop
a
checking his
hard
evils
time,
out.
we gotta look up the skirts of everything, which I think it's cool that they come with this, because I actually have NECA stands sitting around here now, but like he stands fine by himself, so I guess like you could use the stand to like get him in kicking poses then.
But with his tail, I feel like he could even.
Well, yeah, like with the tail, you could have just kind of posed it and. Maybe not.
Tail the other way, Steve. God, don't you know how that stuff works? There you go.
Takes. Yeah, because your logic was more founded in truth.
Give me a staple gun. I'll show you how it works.
Oh, it's not my figure. Yeah, here you go.
No.
So for the most part, Sculpt looks really nice. There's just like a couple of things. I don't know. Just to me, it seems like he's a little slimmer than I remember. But you can let us know in the comment section below what you guys think about it. But anyways, moving on to the articulation. Head can look up about that far, down about that far, which is pretty good. But
Got neck movement like
Yeah.
crazy.
what? Which is nice because in the movie, there's like that one scene where it looks like he almost broke his neck, and you can almost do it. And then his mouth can open about that far, close about that far. Arms go up, down, all the way around. A little bit of bend at the elbow, rotation at the elbow, rotation at the hand. Can also move back and forth. Pivot at the hand as well. Chest
Oh, you're hitting the spines back there.
can get it side to side. Yeah, you just kind of got to angle it
be careful.
forward and move it. And pretty decent forward. But he can get forward
My back hurts.
if you need it. Legs can go. This is the tricky part because the legs on this one are stiff. Eh. All right, that's. I'm gonna say about that far. Inwards, still not all the way in.
Monster, you
Oh,
broke.
all right, I got it back in. So inwards about that far. Though the weird thing is, like this leg, because you can tell the way the sculpt is, sticks out a little bit farther than the other one. But you can also forward, back, but the mold kind of hinders it a little bit, but fairly decent. You got a bend at the knee, rotation at the knee, but not too much. Feet can go all the way around, a little bit side to side, and the tail, pretty much do whatever you need it to, for the most part.
Surprisingly, his neck and his tails are the best articulations I've seen from a NECA.
Easily. All right, so real quick, we went back, watched the movie real quick, just to kind of see if there's anything we could really kind of nitpick. And for the most part, what was kind of bothering me looking at this thing initially with the lower section here is the way the legs are designed. This looks right. This looks exactly how it does in the movie.
He's pretty skinny. He's pretty, like, has long legs in the movie. He's pretty tall in that movie.
Yeah, for the most part, like, majority of the body-wise looks pretty accurate. Even from, like, the side, that looks pretty accurate. Like, arguably, this maybe could have been a little thicker, but it's debatable. But, like, size-wise, this looks right. The thing that's throwing me off is when you articulate it, it makes the leg, and when we had it bent, look so much longer than it needs to be. And it's because of that joint. Because you're shifting this out, and it changes the dynamic of the leg. Because really, it should be like the knee, and then the start of like this fold here is the entire leg. But when you articulate it, all this extra starts showing up. And that's just the way the joint is. So that, to me, I don't really know a good way of fixing that without really compromising the bend of the leg.
I think Steve's just being picky. He doesn't want to admit 64 is a good figure.
I'm not saying it's a bad figure. I'm just saying there was something that, like, from what I remember of the movie, kind of throws me off.
Good job, NECA. You did us right.
That's essentially it. Also, the other thing, too, is we looked up at the way the mouth is. And what this is actually it's supposed to be open, because this would be, like, the beginning of the lower jaw slit.
Yeah, that's just a little bit off right there.
Yeah, like, the mouth should maybe be opened like, be able to open a little more. But in the movie, he didn't really it's not like you have like a gaping jawline or
Yeah.
anything. So for the most part, like this still works really well, but it's not quite right.
I don't know if they made it that way to fit the beam or what, but it's a little bit off.
Again, it's probably a joint thing, because then, like, imagine if that isn't here, then, like, if you started here, the joint would have to be farther back in the neck.
Like the 62 one?
And then, like, you wouldn't have this here. Like, this would have to be the jaw. And then I could see some problems starting to show up. So, I think I probably would have preferred to have that cut out and then have the joint back there.
Oh, well, that's part of the suit, though. That chubby cheek fat right there, because we just seen it. It's in there.
Yeah, like I said, it looks right, but it's just the way, like, again, like the joint here kind of messes with the overall appearance. But when you have it open,
yeah, in the poster, his mouth is open, so.
Yeah, so that was pretty much about it. Just wanted to bring this up before we've gotten the final thoughts. Alright, so first quick comparisons here. We have the NECA Godzilla 1964 compared next to some other, well, just Godzilla and Mothra collectibles. With the SH Monster Arts 1964 Godzilla, the original version, and the Revolt Tech Mothra from the 61 film. Here he is next to some NECA Godzilla figures with the poster 1954 figure, or I guess you could consider it 1956, and the 1962 Godzilla. And here is some 2019 Godzilla figures with the Burning/Fire Godzilla and Rodan. And here's next to some NECA Pacificum figures with the land version of Utachi and Cherno Alpha. And here's next to some bootleg figures with the default real bootlegs of the 64 and 62. So overall for the NECA 1964 Godzilla, this thing's great. I like the paint job. Like, it maybe could use a little bit of a dust to it, especially in the chest area.
Yeah, there's that, like, scene in a desert-ish.
Yeah, it's kind of like, if you're, like, scene specific.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going with a dusty version, which they could possibly do one, just kind of like the Monster Arts did.
Yeah, just come with a Mothra larva or something, yeah, or even the egg. I'll buy it.
Yeah, I was like, I need a Mothra larva for the end of the tail. And the articulation's actually really phenomenal on this guy.
I think they went above and beyond for NECA on the articulation on this guy for sure.
Yeah, no, I have to say this is...
It's my favorite NECA figure from the Godzilla line. Thank you. Thank you.
I still have to go 24. The 24-inch 2014. Still probably the best
Talking
Godzilla
about
figure
the
we got.
same scale, Steve.
Same scale. 62 is really good.
Of course, because it's your favorite, so you're going to say that no matter what.
Well, no, it's not like it's perfect. Like, the jaw's still kind of weird.
64 wins. Woo! Woo! Yeah. Bump it, buddy. Boom.
I think the only reason I have to give it to this guy is because his color is more accurate to the movie. Like, they both have about the same amount of problems, but this one's more movie accurate. In a sense. Which is weird. It's just like movie accurate by, I mean, coloring.
Yeah.
Like, 62 wasn't green. Well, this one...
Yeah, that is the only
It's pretty close. That's really it. Like, I think the other one's actually closer to the suit when you are... Like, whenever you pose... Where, like, no matter how you pose it, it looks closer to the suit. But it's never going to look close to the suit because of the color. Well, this one, certain poses, it's not going to look right for the suit. But, for the most part...
When you do get the right pose, the color matches.
Yeah, like, but everything's going to be good. So, yeah, that's probably the best one. Like, it's probably this one. This one's 62, and... God, I want to say 54, but because they still use the old tail joint on it, I don't know if I could... no.
GMK.
Monster Arts GMK. Because a lot of these, like, I try to think about them next to the Monster Arts, and the Monster Arts is, like, far above and beyond that thing. Especially the shin. Oh, my God. Oh. We don't even want to get on that one. But, yeah, this one, I think it's a very serious debate on which one you should get. Which we'll probably do a video over.
I don't know.
But,
like, I feel like this one is right there. Like, this is $23.
Yeah, because the problem is, like, the Monster Arts, unless you want the Dusty, I think the Dusty one can get a little cheaper, but you're looking at it, like, at least $100.
I looked it up. I seen sold was $115, and people are asking $120 for him.
I was gonna say I've seen 200-ish for the web exclusive version. The Dusty's like you're looking probably close to 100, but the exclusive one, which is
the exclusive one, it's like $200-300.
Yeah,
I was talking about like the cheapest one you can get is about 100.
And it's also smaller. So yeah, if you don't have 64, like the Monster Arts one already, just get this one.
Definitely, yeah.
But what do you guys think? If you guys picked up this figure, what's your favorite NECA Godzilla figure? Is 62 just more your thing? Please let us know in the comments.
It's not, Steve.
We also have Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, and Facebook. You guys like to keep up to date with the channel and donate. We'd greatly appreciate it. And help us to beat those kaijus by hitting the like button, subscribe, become a ranger today, hit that annotation to follow this channel, and see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.